Hello, I'm Carl Dietrich. We're going to take a look at a few more simulations in the hands-on learning for radio frequency spectrum innovation, or HLSI series. In this simulation, the user manually controls parameters of a wireless communication link to avoid a frequency hopping interferer. The user has control of several variables, including whether to run the simulation in normal mode or in timed mode, the ability to select the type of coexisting signal, whether it's a frequency hopping interferer or a higher priority or primary user that can be either a radar or a communication signal. In addition, users can select the hop rate, or the rate at which the coexisting signal changes frequencies, from anywhere between 0 Hertz or no change in frequency up to 4 Hertz or 4 hops per second. The user can also monitor performance of their own wireless link in terms of signal to noise ratio, channel information capacity, spectral efficiency, link margin for the selected modulation encoding type, and actual data rate based on the signal to noise ratio, or the signal to interference plus noise ratio, and the modulation encoding rate. The user also has control over variables such as frequency, bandwidth, and gain, or transmitted signal power. Additionally, there are 4 graphs that give feedback to the user. These include a spectrum plot, which shows power spectral density versus frequency. This is selectable between a 2-dimensional mode and a 3-dimensional mode that shows a brief history of spectral occupancy by the 2 signals. To the right of that is a signal to interference plus noise ratio plot. This shows SINR for the user signal and communication link, and optionally, if one of the other user types is selected for the interfering signal, it will show the SINR for the coexisting signal, or primary user signal. And in addition to that, the user will supply a threshold for the primary user SINR in the case of a radar coexisting signal, or if a communication primary user is selected, the user can select a minimum data rate for that coexisting signal. This chart shows throughput or data rate history, the throughput over time for both the user signal and the coexisting signal in the case of a coexisting communication signal. To the right is a plot that shows the user signal operating point in terms of spectral efficiency versus signal to interference plus noise ratio, and that will vary depending on transmission parameters, including the modulation and encoding scheme selected by the user. The user has the option of running this simulation in a timed mode, in which the user can monitor multiple statistics over time. And these include the remaining time, the total bits transferred by the user's communication link, the user signal throughput, and the primary user statistics. Also, the number of seconds of outages is displayed for both the primary user and the simulation user. and the number of outage events and a performance score are also displayed near the upper left corner of the screen. If you found this useful, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I look forward to seeing you soon in another video.